Depression can cause you to feel overwhelmed. You may feel lost, confused, lonely, as if you have nothing to offer the world and the world has nothing to offer you. But even though that's your belief, it just isn't true. So today, we're going to take a look at the 7 signs of depression and 7 solutions, because you deserve to be happy. Welcome everyone. I'm Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, and here with me to help us understand and make inroads into what may be causing you to be depressed is Archangel Zadkiel. Now, I know that Archangel Zadkiel has been hanging around with us a lot, but I just want you to remember how magnificent the help that the angels provide for you is and how it is all encompassing. So let's review quickly a few things about Archangel Zadkiel. His name means righteousness of God. So right there you know that if you are in a depressed state, you are not right with God. You have stepped out of the place of truth and you are living a lie. It is a lie that you are unworthy, even though it is your truth at this time or your belief at this time. Archangel Zadkiel is one of the 9 archangels, one of the 9 rulers of heaven, and one of the 7 archangels who stand next to God. You are getting powerful, powerful support when you call on Archangel Zadkiel. He is here to remind us that God is benevolent. If you are feeling picked on, or if you are feeling that God just doesn't love you, again, you are out of right standing. You are misunderstanding who God is and what God wants to give to you. Archangel Zadkiel helps to infuse the world with the realization of divine perfection. Now, when you're feeling depressed, you sure aren't feeling perfect. And this is why Archangel Zadkiel is such a powerful helper. He will remind you of who you are and all that you are. He'll help you shift your perspective, which determines how you're going to experience life. He brings comfort, gentleness, freedom, grace, forgiveness, and compassion. As he helps you align with your divinity and your divine perfection. Depression is really a sign that you are out of alignment, that you have stepped out of the place where love and unconditional acceptance is pouring forth into your life, and you've stepped over into the territory of darkness. So Archangel Zadkiel is going to help you step back into the loving light of God. He will remind you that you are immortal, eternal, infinite, and always connected to God. It is important to remember that even though we can step out into the darkness and we can make our connection to God pretty non-existent, it is still there, just waiting for us to desire to make it broader, to step back into the place where we can receive. Archangel Zadkiel will help you to call on your own divinity by aligning you at the deepest level. Now, I know that when you are suffering from depression, you believe that you've gone deep into your soul and you have found that it's unworthy. But Archangel Zadkiel doesn't see that. Archangel Zadkiel sees the truth about you. He is able to see your authentic self, and he will remind you of your divinity. He'll help you make decisions based on love instead of fear, or truth, God's truth, instead of the ego-based version of reality that you may believe is truth. He frees you from negativity in conjunction with Archangel Michael. So now you've got two very powerful forces. Archangel Michael, who is so good at protection, and Archangel Zadkiel, who wants to lead you back into right standing with God, which is the only place where you can receive. Now, right standing doesn't mean, oh, you were so bad that God decided that you weren't worthy. It means that you got confused and believed that you weren't worthy, so you took yourself away from where God is. And Archangel Zadkiel wants to help you get back to the place where God is so that you can receive and align with the truth about your being. He wants to help you see the divine light within instead of focusing on the surface mistake or the surface pain. And he helps you to realize the emotional residue of old painful situations so that you can make the choice to release them. So you have an incredibly powerful helper. But let's take a look at what depression actually is. Because depression is not just being unhappy for a few minutes. Oh, I had a bad day at work, I'm depressed. Or I broke up with my significant other, I'm depressed. That's not depression. That's unhappiness. And even though it doesn't feel good, we need to be clear on what is depression and what is unhappiness so that you can arrive at solutions and live a life that will lead you out of the darkness of depression and into the beautiful joy of living in this present moment. So these 7 symptoms of depression are from Hotline. The first one is a persistent, unshakable dark feeling or dark feelings. Everything looks like gloom and doom. You can't find joy anywhere. You have a hopeless outlook on life. It's not just a bad day. It's a hopeless outlook on life in general. You have a loss of interest. You might withdraw from life and from things that you previously enjoyed. If you loved to go bowling on Thursday night, if you are depressed, you would feel unable to get up out of the chair and go do the thing that you used to love. It causes anxiety. You begin feeling panic, danger, and dread, even when there is no threat and no reason to feel any of these things. You also have increased fatigue, so you are exhausted, but that is coupled with insomnia. You're not able to sleep, but you feel exhausted and as though you want to sleep continuously. There's a change in appetite, and that can be either an increase or a decrease in appetite. So weight gain or weight loss. You also may experience uncontrollable emotions. you're boomeranging from happy to sad, from joy to just gloom. You can't find a stable middle ground where you feel good most of the time, and you can be exuberant some of the time, but for the most part, you're able to hold just a steady pace. That's not possible when you're depressed. And you may be entertaining thoughts of suicide. You may believe you have nothing left to live for. I want to assure you that the world would be a much less robust place if you were not in it. So please, if you are contemplating suicide, immediately seek help. Call the suicide hotline. Call a friend. Call someone. But give yourself the opportunity to move through this depression without taking an action that cannot be reversed. So now, Archangel Zadkiel has given us 7 suggestions. But before we get to the suggestions that he has about how you can alleviate depression, he has a writing for you. He wants to share with you about depression and what you are missing out on when you believe the lie that depression is spouting. And he has entitled this, "You Are Not Alone." Dearest hearts, given the cacophony of sounds and lights and activity with which you are expected to interact on any given day, it's not at all surprising to see that some of you feel overwhelmed, cut off, lost, lonely, and find yourselves sinking into a depression. There is no shame in finding that the physical journey is an uphill climb. But what is shameful is when you try to pretend that all is well while you're slowly dying inside. Please stop that immediately and come to us. Keep your good face on for the world, but within the privacy of your own heart. Come to us. Join us in the sacred space of the heart and find support for your journey. Understand always that there are no life experiences bereft of challenges. Life is designed to produce growth, and challenges help you grow more quickly. The depression and overwhelm you're feeling are not coming because you're facing challenges. The depression is predicated upon and kept alive by the false belief you believe there is no hope. There's no way out, and there's nothing you can do to fix it. If this were true, we, the beings of the energetic realm, would all join you in being depressed. But this sense of hopelessness you feel is based on a lie, and it's the lie, not the challenge, that's causing your depression. It's time to know and live the truth. It's time for you to shake off the shackles of hopelessness and put on the wings of hope. It's time for you to know and acknowledge all that is and all that you are. So what's the truth? First, you are always safe and loved. Second, there's always an answer. Third, you are never alone. And fourth, you are a majestic being of intelligence supported by the divine who possess unlimited intelligence. Step away from the precipice of hopelessness. Stop allowing fear to steer your ship and instead look to me, Archangel Zadkiel, to help you find the way forward. Remember, we, the beings of the energetic realm, love and support you. We have broader vision than you, And our work is to guide you onto the paths and into the situations that will bring you closer to God. You are never alone. You are never lost. And there's always a reason to hope. For you are dearly loved and always protected. And remember, it is not just Archangel Zadkiel, but also Archangel Michael, who is the protector, who is helping you dispel this darkness of depression. But yet, knowing about depression and understanding that you are safe and loved are going to help to some degree. However, the energetic realm is always practical. They want to give you solutions that you can actually use and see benefit. So these are the 7 steps or the 7 solutions that Archangel Zadkiel and Archangel Michael have gathered together that they believe will really help move you out of this depressive state into the place where God is, where you can receive all of the love and the joy that has been missing from your life. So these are action steps, because part of the problem is that you feel that it's absolutely hopeless to take any action because nothing is going to work. Now, obviously, if you're not willing to take these steps, they can't help you either. So please, I do ask you to take the opportunity and avail yourself of these action steps. Now also, Archangel Zadkiel and Archangel Michael are going to be leading me in a guided meditation that will be within my Patreon community that will help you overcome depression. So if you want to dive deeper, if you feel that these 7 steps are not enough, please feel free to join me in Patreon. Because for less than $8 a month, you will get absolutely fabulous support from the energetic realm. So, the 7 action steps that Archangel Zadkiel advises that you take to help you move from depression to joy are: first, find 1 bright thought per day. Just 1. You just need 1 thing that is away from the dark. 1 bright thought. And you are to write it, speak it, and meditate on it. Make this thing, whatever it is, oh, the flowers smell beautiful. Make that your affirmation. I'm living in a world where the flowers smell beautiful. Or smell, I guess they won't smell beautiful. I'm living in a world where the flowers smell divine. Second, you need to get outside and get moving. One of the best supports to help you move out of depression is physical activity. And because physical activity is always going to raise your mood. But the other side of that is when you get outside. I don't want you going to your home gym or a gym in a building. Get outside into nature. Nature automatically raises your vibration. It gives you a wonderful sense of well-being and renewal and restoration. I also want you to reach out. Reach out to friends. If you don't have any friends, reach out to the suicide prevention line. Get into a community that can help support you. And also, as you reach out, find someone else that you feel may be having a rough time, or just someone else that you're passing in your walk, and say a kind word. When you share kindness with someone else, it will automatically bring kindness to you. Also, and I just combine two into one, and that is to ask for help. But don't just ask for help in the physical world. Ask for energetic help as well. You know that Archangel Zadkiel and Archangel Michael are standing by waiting for you to ask them. Understand that the angels have to wait for you to ask them unless you have given them permission beforehand to act on your behalf. But your free will says that you're in charge. So reach out in the physical, but also remember to reach out into the energetic realm. Set a small, easy task for yourself every day. This is number 5. Get something done, and try to get it done as early in the day as possible so that you have all that goodwill energy that you are feeling towards yourself helping to motivate you throughout the rest of your day. Pay attention to your food choices. Be really clear that in order for your body to function optimally, you're going to have to hydrate, and this means water, not soda, water, and you're going to have to make better food choices. If you have allowed yourself to get really fixated on junk food and you're not eating healthy, nutritious, whole foods, it could be leading to your depression. So a change in diet can really support you in lifting your mood. And the last suggestion is commit to a spiritual practice. It is easier to hear or interact with the energetic realm when you are in a spiritual practice, and this would be daily. You can't just pick it up now and again when you feel like it. Commit to some sort of daily practice, whether it is writing an affirmation or doing some sort of meditative practice, which I would absolutely recommend. But don't look at it as a big chore. Meditate first for 5 minutes. Just close your eyes and open your entire being to interacting with the energetic realm for 5 minutes. And as you are able, extend the period until you get to 30 minutes, which is a good solid amount of time. If you have an hour, then an hour is fabulous. But if you can commit to 30 minutes, that's absolutely magnificent. You need to remember that depression is causing you to contract. Meditation will help you expand. It is so important that when you become depressed, or that you see others around you are getting depressed, that you are as supportive and loving as you can possibly be. Please don't be hard on yourself. Don't whip out shame and blame and think that somehow by being cruel and condescending that you or anyone else who is suffering from depression is going to be able to move forward into a happier place. Instead, be self-loving, be compassionate to others, and honor all that you are as you ask for and are willing to receive help. Because you deserve to be happy. So thank you everyone for being here with me today. I so hope that this has helped you if you are suffering from depression. Please understand that you are valuable. Now, if you feel you need that additional help, there is a link to Patreon in the description, And there will be a meditation there from Archangel Michael and Archangel Zadkiel that will help you make strides to move out of the depressed state. But as always, you are welcome to join me on my website, and there you will find many articles on overcoming depression. And you are also invited to sign up to work with me individually. So that website is marciamartinthehearthealer.com. Marcia spelled Marcia, or mmhearthealer.com. I just want you to remember that the world is a better place because you're part of it. So I'm sending you all my love and my deepest gratitude.